Cool. Yes. Give me like a minute. I'm just gonna reply to this. Alright, that'll do. So, I'm not happy with how my character moves. There's that increase in speed at the start, and oh shit, it's feeling a lot more sluggish than it felt last time actually. Doesn't turn as much as I'd like. I like the drifting, but whoop. The turning is terrible. Oh god, it's really managed there. I think I'm adding forces now instead. Yeah, no, that's gonna change. So I've looked at a few tutorials on how other people do it, and it seems like the consensus is to do raycasts down and just like apply forces back up to keep the thing driving. It's more physicsy than I kind of wanted to, but we'll give it a go. Let's make a array of transforms to contain the wheel positions. Throttle, yes. Steering influence, I'm not sure yet. Might get rid of that. Drifting, yes. Current grip, maybe not. Everybody, yes. Touching ground, this is just gonna be different, entirely different. Let's just return false for now. That's fine. That's all good. And the logic is going to be completely different. It's like half of programming otherwise, just deleting the entire thing and then starting again. I found a better way to do it. Do void, apply force at wheel. Positions. Wheel. So this is going to do a raycast down. Do wheel down for now. Until I I can think of a reason not to. Need some statistics with these. Statistics, but like settings. Serialized food. Float for the suspension distance. Is that how you spell suspension? Okay, Google. How do you spell suspension? Oh, that's it. Yeah. P-N-S-I-O-N. So I'm gonna go down by suspension distance. Say if that is the case, let's add force at position, at the wheel's position, forces. Let's get the hit, raycast hit of what we hit. And here to hit. No, raycast hit. Cool. Because then we can do hit dot normal. That's the normal direction of the surface we hit. Apply it at wheel dot position. Is the amount. Distance. Okay. I'm just guessing with this, by the way. It's gonna need some testing, and then hopefully it'll work first time. Yikes! It's not gonna happen. All right, let's try this. Make some positions on this car for wheel positions. And this is scale, so I think I can just go. 0.5, and then do the front right. This one is front left. This one is back right. next one is back left. Cool. Got our transforms. Let's lock that, and then we can drag in these positions. And just to help visualize it, let's do draw a line from position, and the end is here, position plus wheel dot up. Take wheel dot up times suspension distance. And let's draw that as green. So we should have 4 green lines drawing down when we play. The car will do something. Cool, that's something. We now increase, well, if we increase suspension distance, that line gets bigger. Cool. Suspension force. Whoop. That's something. She's bouncy. It's not really doing exactly what I want, is it? I might just look up a tutorial. So this guy, let's see. This guy mentions a video. Yeah.
Real Space Dust Studios from
Space Dust Racing UE4 arcade vehicle physics tool. Surely he links to it. You can't. He doesn't link to it. That is rude. That is straight up rude. Space Dust Racing vehicle. That's the one.
Michael Davies from Space Dust Studios. In this video, I'm going to give you a whirlwind tour of our custom vehicle physics. You can use the same approach. Velocity. Start off. We want forward-wheel drive look for certain stack it out with a simple physics box primitives so far. Let's focus on one raycast for a second. Calculate the compression ratio of that suspension as a number between 0 and 1. So 0 means it's fully extended, it hasn't hit anything, and 1 means it's fully compressed, so it's at absolute compression, so the hit point is exactly where it started the raycast. Then all we need to do is add an upward force on the box at the appropriate position using the physics engine. We scale this upward force by the compression ratio, so basically more force acts on the vehicle as the suspension compresses more.
Oh, my ratio is inverted because we are doing add force at distance based on the distance of the hit. that should really be whoops. Suspension hit distance minus that. So that way at full extension it's no, let me think. Full extension it's 0. Any less than that, let's see, if that's like 2 and this is like 1, 2 minus 1 is 1, that's half. Cool, that works. That's a linear compression
Now when
ratio.
you look at all 4 raycasts doing this work together, you get this great bouncy suspension effect.
Okay, do you now? Let's see. My rigid body too heavy or something? Is my suspension force not enough? Oh. Hello. That's pretty good actually. That's pretty good.
It keeps the vehicle elevated off the ground. One side note, for each raycast that hits something, we'll make sure to remember the compression ratio for that suspension, the surface impact point, and also the surface impact normal. And these are results of the raycast. We'll use them later on to help us figure more stuff out. We're off to a kind of cool bouncy start, but we still can't accelerate or brake. So to fix this, whenever the accelerate button is pressed, we apply a forward force to the vehicle. Braking is just the same thing with a negative force. When you're finding the vehicle's forward direction, it's best to project it onto the road plane, which stops a vehicle from launching off the ground if it's tilting upwards a little bit or pushing into the ground if it's tilting down. And because we remembered the impact details from those raycasts earlier on, we already have the information we need to calculate all this stuff. Another simple trick is to add the accelerating braking force at a slightly lowered position from the center of mass towards the front of the vehicle. And this makes the vehicle tilt backwards and forwards as you accelerate and brake, just like a real car would. It's very easy to overdo though, so you have to tune it to get it feeling about right.
Okay, let's try that. So currently I just apply a force. I don't apply a force at a specific location, but that's a good point. I mean, well, currently I don't apply anything, cause yeah. So if, let's say, apply force at position, transform dot transform dot position plus, let's call it like center mass offset. So that's our origin, our location, or direction rather, is... Now he said the normal of the surface that you're raycasting to. We could raycast, get the result of all of these and then average them. That would give us like... Because you don't just want to like rely on one of them, like the front right or something, because that'd be silly. So how about I do this? Instead of just wheel positions like that, let's make like a struct called wheel, which has a transform for position, a hit, raycast hit for last hit, and a ball for is touching. Make all that public. don't want to show these, so let's do hide in inspector. And this should be serializable. Instead of wheel positions, this is just wheels now. And we can add more info to this later, if need be, for more visual stuff. Be useful, of course. Need to do. Comment that out for now. Put this wheels. Come on, update. No, it's not going to update because. Alright, this takes wheels. Wheel. Wheel dot position dot lol. That's gonna be funny. Position. Might need to call that transform instead. I mean, I don't need to, but it position looks very strange, and we're doing it in a lot of places. Let's rename that to transform. Now it's transform position. Cool, and if it hit, then we can do wheel dot hit, last hit equals hit. We can do wheel dot is touching. Down here we can do wheel dot is touching. False. Cool. See, this is something that I should learn to do more often, is just use tutorials more often. I try and just like brute force it and do it all my own way. But you don't need to. You can always get some help from YouTube. I should really consider that more often. Because already this is looking a lot better. Looking more fun and more flexible. Okay. So we can do touching ground. Ooh, you know what? For each wheel in wheels, if wheel dot is touching, if it's not touching, then come on. And we can return false. Nope. If it is touching, return true. And if it loops through every single one and doesn't find any touching, then return false. Three. Average. Normal. For that, we want to loop through all these. Move vector 3. Normal. And for each of these, normal plus equals wheel dot dot hit dot normal, but only if the wheel is touching ground. It all initializes empty. One would think. Oh, unassigned. Okay. And then at the end we want to do return Normal divided by wheels dot length. Nice and compact. My lordy, I'm getting so many messages. I am popular. Lol. Okay. Average normal. But we don't want the average normal. We want let me do some math in my head. It's vector 3 dot cross. So if I cross the vectors of transform dot right and the normal, and times that by acceleration, boom, you're back in the squad acceleration. If we're touching ground, then let the player accelerate. Let's give it a go. What were the settings that I had on? I think I put the mass down to 1. Suspension force up to a 10. Is that right? There you go, that's something. Aren't we moving? Let's attach and see what's going on here. Okay, it's that, and we are not touching ground. Not touching ground. Stop. None of them are touching the ground. Supposedly. Huh? How does that make any sense? Oh, because that's wheel. That should be a ref wheel. Passed in by reference. That way we're modifying the actual thing. Oh, we can't do that in a 4 each. So let's make this a 4. There we go. Let's try it. I wasn't watching. What the fuck just happened there? Oh, right, because we're fucking flying. We needed, of course, times up by throttle. That's fucking classic. I love how fucking fast it flew though. That was funny as. Whoa, it's going fast. Let's turn that down a bit. Okay, I mean that's pretty good. Actually feels really nice. I mean it's a little bouncy for my liking, but I think we can get around that. I just like up the drag and mass slightly. Let's just go like 5 for now. Whoops, not mass. It's the drag and angular drag. All this to 110 rather. Let's continue watching the video. I'm pretty sure he talks about
Now we need to make this thing turn based on the left-right turning amount from the input device. This is a little bit more interesting. The naive approach here might be to simply bypass the physics engine and just rotate the vehicle around its up axis each frame. But this skips around the physics solver, which will lead to glitches when collisions happen. And the proper way to do this for a physics-based approach is to apply a torque instead and let the physics engine do all of the rotating for us. This ensures that if the vehicle's obstructed, maybe there's a wall in the way or another vehicle, it'll react appropriately and not glitch out. The basics of the vehicle controls are in now, but we've still got no traction. And as you can see, we're slipping.
Okay, I will add torque.
Let's see if we're touching the ground. You know what? You can turn anytime. I don't mind. RB dot add. Do you know what? I didn't add any offset, did I? Center of mass. I'll have to try that next time I load it. Torque. Add torque. Transform up times what we got? Steering. What are the force modes that we have? Velocity change, impulse, force, acceleration. Just use the default for now. Steer amount. Whoa. I don't like that. So that's because my drag is so high. Pretty fun. I think that feels a little better. Do you know what I should draw is... I should draw... Oh, this is drawing on fixed update too. That's why these lines are like being pulled back a little. Oh wait, I already have an update function, don't I? I already have an update function. Draw... Let's make a function for draw wheel lines. Debug wheel lines. Huge. Wheel. In wheel. Wheels. Cool. And we'll do that in update. And we also want to make a draw. Physics info. Just draw a line from the center of the transform dot position plus center of mass offset to let's case that position. To that position again plus transform dot forwards times you know what? No. Let's do plus normal, average normal. And we'll make that line blue. And make sure we draw it. A bit of debugging info. Be useful. Hate that. Let's fix that real quick. I mean, if I increase mass, yeah, nah, doesn't really help. Okay. Hey, is that blue line? It's hard to see against the blue ground, but oh well. There we go. It's working pretty well. That drag is so rough. Wonder if we can just like modify drag when you're on the ground. That might just be the way to do it, honestly. Let's say going off the rails a bit here, but let's see. Serialized field drag and serialized field angular drag. And let's just say in fixed update if you're touching the ground, then drag equals drag and angular drag equals angular drag. If you're not touching the ground, give it a little bit of drag. That won't hurt. I mean, this is a magic number. That's a programming term. Magic number is just like a random number in the middle of your code that you're definitely going to forget about later. Generally, it's best to avoid them, and you should really have them in. Whoa. You should really have them in variables, so they are easy to track down and easy to change. In fact, if I set this to 10 and this to 10, I can increase these probably by a factor of about 10. Wow, okay. Cool. So we can change that to 5 and 5. There we go. Kind of like isolate exactly how fast you want things to move. Oh shit, that's a fast car. Woo! Oh my god! Oh yeah, that's right, you can turn in the air, which means that seeing as we drop the drag, it'll spin really quick. That'll be alright for now though. Let's do 3 and let's do 50. That's pretty good. Alright, let's see what old man on the
and sliding
interweb
all over the
says.
place. That's kind of fun for a drifting mechanic or driving on ice, but we need to get control over it so we can decide on the amount of slip applied to the vehicle, maybe based on the surface or the road type. To fix this, each frame we can find the local sideways component of the vehicle's velocity and apply a force to the vehicle in the opposite direction, scaled by some factor that feels good to us. This makes the vehicle grip the road better, and we can play with this value to simulate all the different road surfaces we want, from ice to concrete.
Let's add that wiggle. Make my car look a little bit more like his. And then lower our center of mass. Oh, yeah, okay, here it is. To -0.1. That might be too low, we'll see. Oh yeah, he said also move it forward, right? Whoa. He wasn't wrong when he said it, it's very touchy. That's kind of cool, actually. I achieved the same effect in a personal project recently, but I did it without physics, and it's cool how easy that is with physics. How does that affect it? Okay, it kind of pulls it up more. Let's push our suspension a little bit more. Okay. Huh? What's going on here? What? Oh, am I not applying the Oh right, it should be applying it at the transform position. Wait, it is there. Transform right, average normal, acceleration through at position. Plus center of mass offset. It is. That's confusing. Is there something weird with the torque? If I just don't turn and instead move the car to the side, does it do the same thing? It's not doing anything there. Something about where I place this. Maybe I like accidentally added a number somewhere. No, it's doing it again. Why is it doing it again? Oh. Because... Huh? I have to translate the offset to local space. Well, I use it a couple times, so let's make a getter for it. That's funny. Vector 3. What's it called? Center of mass offset. Center of mass offset. Can I just do this? Like that or some shit? Ah, okay, I can do it. Get is center of mass offset, but it's transform dot translate. Transform dot transform point direction. Local space inverse transform. Inverse transform direction, this direction. There we go. And we can do that. And that. Can I make this like read only or something? Will I still be able to edit that in here, or is that read only out here as well? Yeah, it's not editable. Okay. Oh, it didn't compile because I had an error, I think. No, it did compile, it just isn't readable. Cool, that's fine. I'll just remember not to edit that. Sure. That's a good idea. Whoa. Wait, why is it still doing it? Oh, am I not using it? No, I'm using it there and there. Oh, wait. Should be alright. World space to local space. Space. Oh shit. This should be. I'm all confused though. I thought that would work. Maybe I just have to do just another direction. Just make that smaller.
to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator.
It's like inverted. No, it's not. It's... What's going on there? This is regular. That's fine. Yeah, that makes sense. That should be over there. Meaning that it's inverted, right? Oh, why is my brain so broken? That's all set. Which is in local space, right? Was I mistaken? It's very possible. Oh man. Yeah, that looks right. There we are. Whoa. Cool. That's worked now. That's good. Cool. And we can push it up. Man, really springy. It's actually not that bad. Because that drag is so high, it like cushions off any bounciness. It just means it's really stiff. 20. And that's a little softer. Ooh. Oh, but not soft enough. Oh, because I did 200. Dirt. 20. That makes more sense. Yeah. Ah, okay. this is annoying. So reverse should be backwards. It shouldn't be like this, right? Because we're constantly rotating the same way. Like technically speaking. I prefer it that way. Let's see if we can just quickly do that, and then we'll get back to the tutorial. Man, I'm just focus on doing the tutorial. Holy shit. Starting times, okay, then times. Throttle is more than, is less than 0. It's -1. Also it's 1. So that'll invert it. Ah, obviously. Oh, the brackets help anyway. Help clean them up. If it's a bit messy, I might make it separate variables as well, so it's easy to track. Before we start this again, let's make this 20. Acceleration 50. Steering 3. Those seemed pretty good. Everything else can stay the same, I reckon. does not feel good. Let's go back to 105. Cool, we'll play around with that at runtime. Cool, that feels pretty good. If I'm driving along and I turn, oh, why is it going the wrong way still? No, it's not. Don't mind me, that worked perfectly. Nice. We can tweak the drag values. Whoa. Make it very slippery. That feels pretty good actually. That's pretty fun. Wow. Damn, that's pretty good. Man, the control over how much drag we can have is very nice. And it's still very physicsy, like if I bump into stuff it's still it's still pretty fun. Let's make that like 5 for now. Was that 5 that I was just playing with? That might be a bit too much. Let's drop this to it's pretty good. And the steering's pretty good too. That's pretty nice. Let's drop it a little. Yes, it does kick back a little bit. It's kind of fun. Wow. Man, that works so good. I've not done this before. Alright, I'm gonna take a break for now, and I'm loving this. This feels so good. Fuck, I'm amazed. Alright. I'm gonna take a little break, and then I might get back to this later tonight. Man, I'm happy with what I've done tonight.